So, lads, Jesus, social media, it's, it reminds me a little bit of back in 2008 when every single text chat, I was old enough to remember it, every single thing you saw online was when John Terry slipped for that penalty. It reminds me a little bit of that. It reminds me a little bit of John Terry slipping, because all I gotta say is, wow, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it about the Angel Reese game. And after that game yesterday, there's no lying anymore. And honestly, there's no lying. Like, everything that I stand by, I triple stand by every single thing that I've said. If Angel Reese is a first option, your team is going to be the worst team in the WNBA. If Angel Reese is a second option, your team's going to be on the lower side of average, maybe scraping into the playoffs, depending on how good the first option is. If she's the third option, your team's going to be a playoff team. If she's the fourth option, your team's a very good team. And we're looking at first option Angel Reese right here. And look, this is what we saw. And, like, obviously there are complaints about Angel Reese being like, oh, she's playing too far away from the basket. Like, that's not her game. And Tyler Marsh trying things. Like, this play happened. Like, I don't mind that shot. That's a crazy shot. But, like, when you get that rebound there and you shoot a wedgie, like, there is no reason for her to be releasing the ball from here. There's no reason for her to be releasing the ball from there. She looks uncomfortable taking layups. She genuinely looks uncomfortable taking layups. And, like, Jonquel Jones hasn't jumped. Like, Jonquel Jones did not jump. She did not jump. Like, Jonquel Jones blocked Angel Reese 3 times in one possession without even leaving her feet. She's just putting her hand in the air. And everyone's being like, oh, yeah, she's coming up against shot blockers. Like, she wasn't smart going up against shot blockers. I'm sorry. Anyone above 5'10" would have swatted her shot 3 times. She threw the ball into Jonquel's hands. Like, it was a weird one. It was a really, really weird one. And you're seeing fans turn on her. You're seeing fans turn on Angel Reese. Like, I've never seen the Angel Reese hate watch be like this. I'm hearing Sky fans. I'm hearing Sky fans. I'm hearing Angel fans being like, you know what? She needs to do something about the layups. And that is a fact. And I blame the whole thing. And people are like, oh, definitely all this stuff that's going on off the court. What stuff going on off the court? An investigation because people made dolphin noises at a game and she's being dragged into it. And that's fair enough. It's fair enough that she's being dragged into that. She's probably being asked about it all the time. And I don't think she wanted the damn investigation either. I would assume she didn't want the investigation because she would have probably said something if she wanted the investigation. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. None of that matters. She still has the same bad habits as last year. She still has all the same flaws as last year. And do you want to know why I think this is the big problem is the people that tried to have this comparison? When it came to Angel Reese, she was being put into conversation she had no right being put into. They were talking about her like she was the freaking... Like, I stand by this. She was in and around the 25th best player in the WNBA last year. Did she deserve to make an all-star team? I think she was better than Bree Jones in the regular season last year. I think she was worse than Ezzy Magbagor. I'm not going to complain. I think if it was a full all-star game, she would have made the all-star team because there were a couple of players on Team USA that wouldn't have been all-stars. So, yeah. I think that, you know what, if it was the best 24 players, she deserved to, she deserved to be there. But all of a sudden it then became, she's an all-star, she's this great rebounder, she's as good as Caitlin, it's a joke that the ESPN have put her as the 25th best player. I thought she was going to be a little bit higher, and I still do believe that. But they were like, oh, she's close to the top 10. And I'm like, if Angel Reese scores layups, she's about a top 15 player. If she gets a mid-range. And my whole thing in the offseason, I got called racist for saying Angel Reese, as a basketball player, should have a 5-year plan for improvement. Year 1 should be figuring out the layup technique. Year 2 should be working on some sort of a mid-range game and the handle. Year 3 should be spending 80% of the offseason watching film on how to be a point center, because you can't just say throw someone in as a point center when they've never been a passer. And it was, again, the Angel Reese fans she was a point guard when she was in high school. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. But if you watch Angel Reese, if you read anything with Angel Reese, she was referred to, the last time she was referred to as a guard was in middle school. Was the last time she was referred to as a guard. That's why I always say they all think she was a point guard when she was 12. And the problem is that even in a bad game for Caitlin Clark, even in a real bad game for Caitlin Clark yesterday, Caitlin was terrible yesterday. Even in a real bad game, in the fourth quarter, she has, I think, did she have 4? I think she got a layup. I think she had 2. She had 3 of 5 free throws, which again wasn't great. But she had 3 of 5 free throws in the fourth. She had 5 points. She still had 5 points, the game-winning assist, drew 2 offensive fouls, and had a great defensive possession on Ryan Howard in the fourth quarter in a win. Even in her worst game, one of her worst games, I'm not even defending Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark was terrible yesterday. She was absolutely terrible. But even with that being said, because even in Caitlin's bad games, they're still bad for her. But like we've seen games like this before. We've genuinely seen games like this before. Like, you're now seeing stuff being like, it has to be the most deserved hate watch. The craziest thing, if you try to buy an Angel Reese jersey, you can't because it won't go in the basket. And that's the thing where it's like, you've now drawn in NBA fans. They have tried to put Angel Reese on this Caitlin Clark stratosphere. And I mean this, it was like, if the whole thing was that, you know what, AJ Wilson's the best player, I think most people were like, yeah, fair enough. Like, even NBA fans, as fun as Caitlin Clark is, it's like with LaMelo. People are going to say LaMelo's unbelievably enjoyable, even though Caitlin Clark is better in comparison to AJ than LaMelo is compared to Jokic. But everyone's like, you know what, yeah, Jokic is the best. He's boring, but he's the best. He's the best. Like, most NBA fans can differentiate the difference between the most exciting and the best. And then people were genuinely like, oh, Caitlin just has the threes. Angel's the better player. I'd take Angel. There is no team. If you got offered Angel, and by the way, there's going to be another video on Camila Cardoso. Oh my God, like, you gotta want it. But like, you've now got like a coach. You've got a coach last year who at least had a team playing hard, whose game was there to get Angel Reese points. Was there to get Angel Reese stats. And we can be honest about that. Teresa Weatherspoon's system, the whole system, was built around getting Angel Reese stats. It was not built around winning. It was built around getting Angel Reese stats. I don't know why. And in fairness, I thought Angel Reese was good last year. I thought she was good, especially as a rookie. But she has improved, ironically. But she's improved in nonsense. She's improved as a hezzy tween dribbler, and she's still not a good dribbler because she crosses the ball over, she throws it out in front of her. Like, that is realistically what Angel Reese has done. Or on when she tries to cross it over. But when she's standing still, she can go tween a little bit better. I guess. Like, that is a fact. She can go tween better. She can shoot sidestep mid-range shots a bit better. Has she shot a sidestep mid-range shot this year? No. But she can do that a little bit better. She improved on a load of nonsense. And then, again, people are being gaslit during Unrivaled into thinking that Angel was a superstar. And by the way, Angel is a good player. Like, don't get it twisted. Angel's a good player. She is a very, very bad offensive player. Like, she's a very good offensive rebounder. When she wants to be, she's a good defender. And the problem is, she chooses when and when not to play defense. She won DPOY in Unrivaled, and honestly, I don't mind her winning DPOY in Unrivaled because I genuinely watched Unrivaled. I'm like, I don't know how they can give DPOY because I'm like, none of these players are playing defense. None of them are playing defense. So I'm like, she didn't do it any worse than anyone else. I honestly thought Ryan Howard might have got it in Unrivaled, and you can see videos of me saying at the time, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world either way. I think she deserved all Unrivaled second team. But the big difference is that in Unrivaled, she had space. And everyone was overhyping 3-on-3. And I literally was like, she literally was shooting, she was shooting with 1-on-1. And now she's trying to shoot over John Quell. There genuinely weren't that many bigs in Unrivaled that were in any way capable of guarding her on the perimeter. She burned the Steph Dolsons of the world. She was able to burn players on the perimeter. And she had the only kind of big that was mobile was Azare, and she was on her team. And then she was able to bully smaller players, which Angel Reese can do. The problem is, you go into the WNBA and it's tougher. It's tougher. Players are better. Players are stronger. There's 5 players on the floor. And you want to know what she didn't do in Unrivaled? Kick the damn ball out. Do you want to know what she hasn't done? Kick the damn ball out, because she is being praised for catching her own rebounds. She is being praised for shooting 40%. There was no talk about saying she is the best offensive rebounder, which she is. There was no talk about saying, would it not be a bit more effective if she cleans up on the rebounds and is kicking to better players? And they freaking bullied Dana Evans off the team, or into wanting to be off the team because she refused to pass the ball to Angel. Good on her. I said this a while ago. Good on her. She wasn't passing the ball into the post. Why would she pass the ball into the post? Dana Evans is looking like a great bench player again. Dana Evans was a champion as a rookie. Champion, did really well as a rookie. Was a great 6th player in year 2. In year 3, she was almost 6th player of the year. In year 4, she started off the season well, and by the end of the season was getting DMPs because she wasn't passing the ball to a 40% shooter. And that's the thing. We can now be honest. These clips are gone. Oh, that clip's gone viral. That clip's gone viral, but you don't have the highlights. Like, you can have Angel Reese's low light compilation is 5 times longer than her highlights. You can make a low light compilation of Caitlin Clark last night, but if you have of the three games, and even if you take out the Sky game, of the 3 games of Caitlin Clark, there are 6 low lights, 17 highlights. Of Angel Reese's games, and by the way, I thought she was aggressive against Indiana. She was aggressive. She wasn't good, but she was aggressive. And she was the only person who looked like she belonged on the floor for Chicago Sky prior to being shell-shocked after the flagrant, which they all were. But yeah, it's just a mad situation. The fact that we've seen fans turning on her, and the reason why people are hate watching, the reason why people are showing this is that basketball fans are being gaslit into being told that she was, I'm not saying good because she's extremely effective, but a talented basketball player. Angel Reese is all heart. When Angel Reese fights for the ball, like, she can fight for rebounds. When she's just as a hustle player, she's the best of them. She's the best of the best. Outside of Alyssa Thomas, she is the best of the best when it comes to hustle players in the WNBA. But she's not and this is not a knock on Angel Reese. She's not talented. She's not skilled. But she's still just able to get the job done. However, if you are trying to use Angel Reese like she's Aja Wilson, if you're trying to use Angel Reese like she's Stewie, it's like saying, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. It's like giving the keys to Reggie Evans. It's like giving the keys to Reggie Evans. Or running the offense through Dennis Rodman. It's like doing that. And the sooner we can talk about basketball when it comes to this, the better. Because Angel Reese is not a bad player. But if you're running your offense through Angel Reese, or you're giving Angel Reese post touches, or Angel Reese is the first thing she thinks when she gets the ball is, I'm going to shoot, she's going to look bad. And that's a fact.